This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and William Hill. Delighted today to be joined with trainer Mr. Ismael Salas. It's fight week, we're here in London, another fight week for Joe Joyce, another week in London. How are we feeling, mate?
Yeah, I feel very exciting always, Joe Joyce is, I have many fighters, but Joe Joyce is one always, anytime we go to the big fight, give us so excitement, So for me as a trainer, when I got this kind of fight with this kind of fighter, always I feel so excited.
You say you manage many different fighters, train many different fighters. How does Joe Joyce compare? A heavyweight, a big, strong guy like him. How does Joe Joyce compare to all the other fighters that you have?
Yeah, actually, I got a few Olympic gold medalists. I have Felix Sabon in the past, 3-time Olympic gold medal. And I have Jorge Linares, I have Gamboa, I have Rislandy Lara, Ugas, and every fighter they have their own. And to me, the most important thing from Joe Joyce is allow me to teach all my system and fundamentals, because it's my strong point. More than trainer, I am a teacher, I love to work with Joe Joyce because I can implement many tools we learned back in the university before, So,
you just mentioned there you have guys like Jorge Linares, Gamboa, Rislandy Lara. With Joe Joyce, and you say you're always trying to teach them. What would you say from Joe Joyce have you taught him as a fighter since you've been working with him?
Okay, to work with Joe Joyce is like a dream for any trainer, with heavyweight. To have one heavyweight reaching in the top of the world is a big accomplishment for any trainer. I have many, 24 world champions, but I never have one super heavyweight. So to get there, I think it's so exciting, I just finished, I have a world champion the last 2 weeks with Robeisy Ramirez, 2-time Olympic gold medal, and this finished last week with Brian Mendoza, so in their situation, to get Joe Joyce in the top of the top, it will be a great accomplishment. By himself, but also by all my team,
Definitely, we'll get onto Ramirez in a minute. One thing I wanted to say to you is that, he's fighting Zhilei Zhang back in London. Joe Joyce holds that WBO interim heavyweight belt, which means, he's just there for he's just there at a shot Oleksandr Usyk, who holds the world WBO belt. Is this fight quite risky considering how close he is? And, you could just sit and wait for a mandatory, but no, you want to go and take on Zhang. Is there a bit of risk there?
Yeah, in boxing, every time we are one punch away from disaster. So every fight will be a risky fight. Like the past fight, it was Parker, Joseph Parker. That guy never was robbed. And he's a very high-level fighter in the world level, world standard. But we took it. And we did against Parker what no one did in the past. So it's like that. And now with Zhang, I know he's number one thing of Zhilei Zhang is a same level technically, because he's Olympic level. He was in 2 Olympics, in one of them silver medal, and also Joe Joyce was a silver medal in 2016 Olympics. So they have similar. There are a big bang, there are everything,
Do you feel like obviously Zhang is also a southpaw as well, and obviously Usyk is a southpaw? Do you feel that benefit that you're fighting a southpaw? Because obviously Joe Joyce hasn't fought a southpaw since Leroy Thomas in his 4th fight.
Yeah, it's the second time I work with Joe Joyce against Southpaw. So the past with Leroy Thomas, everybody saw the result, and now with Zhilei Zhang is different, so different. I believe his boxing style is a counter puncher. So we have one counter puncher, and we have one guy who coming just forward and frontal. So this is my job to try to find how we can beat a counter puncher guy like Zhilei Zhang.
Absolutely, One thing I'll ask you, Tyson Fury always says that he thinks Joe Joyce is a tougher fight than Oleksandr Usyk. From a trainer's point of view, what do you feel like is a tougher fight for Joe Joyce? Would it be Oleksandr Usyk or would it be Tyson Fury?
I think Tyson Fury. I believe Tyson Fury because of his size, his punch power, and he's a very soft, flexible. That's why he's number one heavyweight, I can say. In this era, he's a number one heavyweight, Tyson Fury. Why? I have so much respect. If we have to fight, I'm more than happy to happen this,
Absolutely, How big would a fight be between Tyson Fury and Joe Joyce? If Joe Joyce wins this, if Undisputed doesn't materialise like he didn't before, then Queensbury, Frank Warren could look to make a Joe Joyce versus Tyson Fury fight, which in this country would be massive, wouldn't it?
Yeah, also it's very, very possible, for one reason, because of the same promotion. So now, so many politics in boxing, so many boxing body, so it's crazy, But if I think it's possible, very, very possible.
Absolutely. You mentioned earlier about Robeisy Ramirez. One thing I wanted to ask you, could you see he's a featherweight world champion. In the UK, we've got a lot of featherweights all pushing for world titles. Could we potentially see, Robeisy Ramirez coming over here fighting one of our guys for a potential unification or challenging for the world titles? Is that something that would be very interesting, would you think?
Yes, of course. Yes, yeah. Already we fought in Scotia. And we fought with undefeated guy, I forgot his name. We beat him by KO. Michael Collan is around there. They're fighting Olympics. Will be very interesting. Now he's a world champion. But the good thing of Robeisy, he doesn't care where he have to fight. No matter what. We can go to Japan. We can go to anywhere.
How incredible has it been for Robeisy, since his pro debut that didn't go his way, and which was a big shock. Now he's come back from that, recovered from that adversity, become a world champion. It's a good story for everyone to follow, isn't it?
Yeah, he came to me, his pro debut was with somebody else. And after that he came to me, and I just said, it's hard, because to have such a fighter, he's so technically, his IQ is so high. So to bring him back mentally, it's cost me a lot of talk, but at the end he got the right way and already is world champion.
Well, Ismael, it's been good talking to you. I appreciate your time, mate. Thank you for talking to me, mate.
Thank you so much.
You.